motherfucking draws. I be tripping if a motherfucker wanna poke me bored. I be living that. Tripping off the I'm off the motherfucking drawers, off the motherfucking drawers, off the.
Hello guys, welcome back to the TSS channel. It's me, your host with the most bitchy.
Get some help.
If you've been on the internet for the past few months, then you've probably seen a lot of videos about KSI and Logan Paul's new Prime hydration drink. Everyone and their mothers are going crazy for Prime, from complete freakouts to TikTok challenges to Prime cars. This drink is all the rage now. Everybody wants to drink Prime. And it's honestly understandable, because when the two most influential YouTubers of our generation team up to endorse a product, then success is quite simply inevitable. Prime is so popular that content surrounding it is guaranteed to get views. It has everyone in a chokehold so strong that people are kind of inclined to post online when they get a bottle of Prime. Some of my friends have even felt the need to snap their Prime bottles, kind of like back in 2018 when everyone was posting their Fortnite wins on Snapchat.
The hoes gon' love this.
Am I disappointed? Yes I am. Some lunatics even go as far as keeping their Prime bottles like a trophy, basically just keeping track, but other people have actually made some cool things from their Prime bottles, which I don't actually mind. If you're going to be a hoarder, be a creative one. All of this craze for Prime ultimately creates a cycle where the customer base for Prime are also its advertisers. So realistically, KSI and Logan Paul could potentially spend very little on advertising, but they still choose to put a lot of money and time into it, which, you know, is kind of impressive. I've always liked KSI, and Logan Paul is growing on me. There are a lot of factors that have contributed to Prime success. For example, the story behind the product, the scarcity of Prime, and the potential for virality. Undoubtedly, the story behind Prime hydration is one of the reasons it is so successful. Everyone loves a feel-good story. Two titans of YouTube that once failed to see past their differences, yet ultimately fated to be allies. It's actually quite wholesome. On August 2018, Logan Paul and KSI had their first boxing match, a matchup that still proves to be one of the greatest in YouTube boxing history. Like it just made sense, you know? Hero versus villain, UK versus USA, black versus white. Okay. The fight, as we all know, ended as a draw. Then they fought again, but this time KSI won, pretty much because Logan kinda sold. But the beef didn't really end there, as Logan desperately tried to overturn the decision. And well, this was KSI's reaction the entire time. But after some time and everything kind of dying down, KSI appears as a guest on Logan Paul's podcast, Impulsive, where they talk about the rivalry, YouTube boxing, and it was the first time we saw these two being kind of level-headed with each other. The episode also kind of reveals how similar both of these guys are. And as you can imagine, the video absolutely blew up, and people became obsessed with these two as a duo. After some time, Logan Paul teases a collaboration with KSI, a new product they're working on together, a hydration drink called Prime, a healthy alternative that is supposed to compete with huge brands like Gatorade. Can we pause for a second and think about the fact that one of the most popular drinks in America is called Gatorade, as in like gator, alligator. America is just different. Logan Paul and KSI are both extremely charismatic, funny, successful, and loved. People want to be like them, especially Logan in recent times, a little because of his more down-to-earth persona, and a lot because his brother is just infinitely more annoying. But when both of them come together, their energy is kind of unmatched, which obviously has an effect on how people view Prime.
We want Prime! We want Prime! We want Prime! We want Prime! We want Prime!
The demand for Prime far outweighs the supply. The unexpected rise of the drink has put the supply chain in a position where they physically cannot keep up. And I think this adds to Prime's success. So many people are desperate to taste it, mostly children. But they won't, simply because of how inaccessible it is. And when these same people go on TikTok and see all these creators making crazy content about Prime, it only fuels their desire to obtain it more. Because when things are rare, people want them. Just a few generations ago, humans obtained expensive and rare objects to distinguish themselves as unique or better than others. But in the case of Gen Z, we buy expensive items to be like everyone else. With things like iPhones, shoes, cars, it's all honestly disappointingly primitive. And I could sit here and scream about how we've declined as a society, but it's honestly not that deep. To a certain extent, it is just human nature. You have probably felt that way at some point in your life. For example, your friends have these pair of shoes, but you don't have them. Now you really want them because you want to fit in. That's kind of what it's like, but on a much bigger scale. Because I've said before, you are the average of the 5 content creators you watch. This is also an effect of social influence, but some people are extremely aware of this, like me, because I'm different. I feel like I've always been aware of my monkey brain. Whenever I've wanted something, I've always asked myself if I wanted it because it would actually benefit me, or do I want it because because I wanted to be accepted by either my social group or people on the internet that I don't actually care about. Some people conform, some people rebel. Either way, you're not special, you're still a product of your environment and your genetics. The scarcity of Prime has made it less of a product and more of a fashion trend, especially to the people who keep the Prime bottles. And I can easily compare it to a brand like Supreme, where back in 2017, everyone acted like the Supreme clothes were handcrafted by Jesus himself. Even though for the most part, they were just random objects with stickers on them. Like I think they were selling like a Supreme brick at some point. A brick. But the hype and demand for them was so high that Supreme quickly became a luxury brand comparable to powerhouses like Louis Vuitton. But the minute every influencer had access to the brand, it became tacky and cringe. Like, be honest, would you respect anyone wearing Supreme in 2023?
Stay so fresh, so clean, think they like me. I wear more Supreme than a hype bitch.
Now, I'm not saying that Prime is destined to crash and burn. I'm just giving you guys a perspective on what happens to brands that blow up so quickly after release. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, some of you have been getting disrespectful, man. Like talking about my hairline. Like, I feel like my hairline is not that bad. Hairline reveal. So stop, okay? You hurt my feelings. Also, like and sub with notifications set to all. Now, the next section of this video, I was going to talk about the reasons as to why people love Prime, but I feel like I'd be regurgitating information, so I'm going to talk about the reason why people hate Prime. These are the people that actively go out of their way to hate on Prime simply because a large majority of people love Prime. And the reason I know this is because I can relate. I too hate positivity. Why are you so happy? It is just a drink. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that the same thing can be said for the other side. Honestly, just let people be happy. Like, if you don't like Prime, then the most you can do is be indifferent about it. Indifferent means you don't love it or hate it.
Welcome to Wakey, where we come from. Abdul, come closer. Welcome to Wakey, wines in prime. Abdul, go back. Operate from Wakey, you're right. Abdul, come closer. Then shop be ready.
A lot of people have been reselling Prime for astronomical amounts higher than the retail price, which is obviously not illegal, I don't think, but it's not moral either. And the biggest hero slash villain is the Wakey Wines guy. This guy's kind of built his brand on charging people stupid amounts of money for a bottle of Prime. Kind of became like a novelty, like people were actually going there just for the experience. Which, I guess, fair play, it's your money. It was mostly just affluent white women buying it for their kid's birthday or like special occasion. Which, do you, queen, I don't want a pocket watch. I have noticed that Prime hydration is becoming higher than just a trend. Kids don't want iPads and V-Bucks anymore, they want Prime. Like, if you actually think about it, it is actually so crazy.
Welcome to Wakey, where we come from. Abdul, come closer.
As I've said before, Prime has become more of a trend than a drink. And as we all know, every trend eventually dies out. It's gonna become cringy to be as obsessed with Prime as some people are, so it will inevitably decrease in popularity, although I highly doubt it would completely die out. I think over time it will become a normal drink with steady sales, which is honestly the best direction for it. It's not going to completely plummet in demand like some other brands. Well, I can't really read the future, but if Prime is really a good hydration drink like Logan and JJ said, why don't I just call them Logan and JJ like they're my friends? Shut up. If it's a good drink like they say it is, then it is going to remain well, anyway, that is the end of the video, boys. Buy Prime if you want. KSI.
Sponsor me. Welcome to Wakey, where we come from. Abdul, come closer.
Hello guys, welcome back to Zeus's Corner. Welcome back to not Zeus's Corner, actually. I will be doing a series called Things I Wrote to Myself when I was 15 or 16, I can't remember. So I went on my old phone and I saw like a bunch of notes that I used to write to myself when I was like 15. I thought I'd make like an entire video on it, but some of the stuff was kind of personal, so I just thought I'd just put it at like the end of a video. I feel like if you made it this far, then you either fuck with me or you like enjoying the video, so yeah. So I'm gonna read some stuff that I wrote to myself when I was 15. For context, I am 45 now, so I titled this one, Insecurities. Don't talk about it. Don't even mention it, bro. Shut up. I'm very insecure about a lot of things. I might not appear to be, but I really am. For example, my biggest insecurity is my weight. God, I fucking hate how much of a fat cunt I am. Some of you know, I used to be really big when I was younger. I was huge. I've desperately tried to lose weight and nothing has really changed. Well, that's honestly due to my lack of commitment and dedication, to be honest. Yeah, I remember I tried so many times to lose weight, but I would just relapse, man. And it just genuinely made me really depressed. But obviously, like, things are different now. Like, I have a six-pack under here, but I can't show you because of, like, YouTube TOS. I say I'm gonna go on a diet and I give up not even a week after. I'm actually really pathetic. Wow. Damn, I need a hug, bro. I need it. I can't wear clothes I want. I feel uncomfortable in my own skin, and I just feel ugly. I don't even feel like going outside because I hate my body. Damn. Yeah, I remember, I mean, I still don't go outside now, but like back then, I just would never go outside because like, I didn't like the way I look in clothes, so I just wouldn't go outside at all. It's crazy. I'm even awful at speaking to newer people because I'm so fucking insecure. But with all that said, I do plan on trying to lose weight for the final time. If I fuck it up, then I'll give up and remain a fat cunt. I got to a stage where I was just prepared to just stay fat for the rest of my life. Like, I was just like, yeah, this is me now. Another part of myself that I'm extremely insecure about is my skin. I am way darker than other black people, and I really hate it. Yeah, I used to be really insecure about my skin color when I was like younger. Cause I thought like, I guess it's gonna sound cringe, but I always thought like girls wouldn't be into me because I was too dark. But like now I don't really care that much. Like I kind of look at I don't even think about the color of my skin. Like I was about to say I love my skin. I don't love it, and I don't really hate it either. Like, I literally don't think about it. But back then I was really insecure. Like, I was like, damn. Yeah, young me was extremely insecure about my weight and my skin. But I don't really care anymore. Yeah, that is the end of the video. Thank you if you made it this far. Let me know if you made it this far. Like sometimes people comment and like they tag me at like 9 minutes into the video, and it like warms my heart because this is like the final seconds, and like you guys are like making it to the end, like, which is really cool. Thank you. I love you.